who are scheduling their elective C-section. The fire, the threshold, the ego death that birth is, you will not escape by having your baby surgically removed from you. I say this with deepest heart. I was a labor and delivery nurse. I've been obsessed with birth since I was a child. Like, this is my passion. I used to have a really skewed view of the type of women that would choose elective C-sections. A lot of anger would arise in my body, a lot of anger on behalf of the baby and on behalf of the woman for cheating herself of this, what I thought, was this empowering, really necessary part of transformation. If you are choosing to have your baby cut out of you, regardless of all the physiological effects that will happen to baby and to you, major abdominal surgery, the scar tissue, the baby not going through the cardinal movements, the baby not getting the gut flora, baby not moving through your vaginal canal, getting the extra fluid squeezed out of their lungs. Like, there's so many things that scientifically we can prove is good about a baby coming out of a pelvis. But there's so many things spiritually that is necessary about that experience. So with my full heart, I would love to remind you, like, yes, you can choose this. You can choose having an elective C-section. And I really want to drive home that you will not be saving yourself from the transformation, from the ego death, from the disillusionment and the dismemberment that becoming a mother does to you.
I truly just don't even know where to start, to be honest. Hi, my name is Kayla Natalie and I'm a certified birth doula, and this take is an interesting one. This take, coming from a former labor and delivery nurse, is wild. There's actually many reasons why someone may choose to have an elective cesarean. And it truly shocks me that even throughout her entire career of being a labor and delivery nurse, she never once sat and asked, why do people have elective cesareans? There's actually a big chunk of people that have elective cesareans for sexual trauma or for birth trauma in the past. Not everyone wants to experience a grueling labor. A labor that you may get an epidural and it may not work. You may feel all that pain. You may have a 3rd, 4th degree tear where you have to go back to the OR anyway. Let's talk about sexual trauma right now. There's many people who know that a vaginal delivery will trigger them because of their past sexual trauma. And if you can't even understand as much as that, then I fear we have completely lost where we can go with this conversation. The way someone may choose a home birth, a birth center birth, a hospital birth, an epidural birth, an unmedicated birth, a birth with nitrous oxide. Someone can also choose to have an elective cesarean. As long as they are aware of all of the risks and all of the benefits of going through a cesarean, it is their choice. It's really plain and simple. Just because you see a vaginal birth as empowering, amazing, beautiful, does not mean everyone does. There's a lot of people that walk away from a vaginal birth with birth trauma. 1 in 3 people find that their birth was traumatic. And many people who have had traumatic births in the past, they don't want to go through that again. So they opt for a C-section, and that is perfectly fine. It's actually the hypocrisy for me, because if you flip this around and you say, why would anyone want to do a vaginal birth? People would have a cow. So why are we doing that with cesareans? C-sections can also be extremely empowering and redemptive. It's about taking the power back and taking your bodily autonomy and saying, this is what I'm going to do. And if you don't like bodily autonomy, that's kind of weird.